You've come to the right place, traveler.
Alright lads, welcome back to the channel. Another Leaguestarter build guide, my fourth and my last one, and of course it had to be Beastmaster Scorpion. Now, for anyone that has been in my Twitch chat or on my YouTube, you know that I love this build. I have League started with this build in 1.0 and in 1.1. This was the first build I killed Aberoth as well, blindly, day 3 in 1.1, and I absolutely love this as a League starter. Is a very solid one. We're gonna have a full leveling planner as well for this build on top of everything else. And we are receiving some new unique items that will elevate this build even more. Let our Scorpion carry us again. If you want to see exactly every detail about this build, I will be linking below my previous guide where I explain every single mechanic about it if you want to find out everything in details. Now, let's talk a little bit about rotation. The build is very simple. Basically, we are using a swipe with primal resonance right here, and whenever you are swiping anything and you hit it, your Scorpion will pop his Venom Nova. Now you can also press the Nova, as you see, everything around that will be getting poison stacks and will be taking a lot of damage as well. Now, even though this is a damage over time build, it has very good clear, and especially once you get minion teleportation, experimental affix on your boots. Whenever you are Fury Leaping, your Scorpion will be jumping along with you, you swapping, and everything around you will be dying. This is where the build gets the most quality of life, and it's getting the clear speed that it requires. Now, other than that, because you need to cast your Eternal Blessing so that you can always reset your Venom Nova. So this is basically your rotation, and your swipe will give you mana back, and you Warcry so that you can give your Scorpion buffs and get a lot of recovery and immunity so that you can avoid a lot of damage. We are recovering with heal and effectiveness based on Warcry and from the Fury Leap and from the heal whenever you are triggering a companion skill from this here, Call of the Pack, which is a lot of healing if you get decent amount of healing effectiveness. So every time that you're actually swiping, you're also healing yourself and your Scorpion as well. Now, before we get into the planners to speak about details, please do leave a like into the video if you like it. Subscribe to the channel for more content. Leave your comments below, and I do hope that you enjoy this as a League starter. It is one of the most solid League starters that you can have out there. Alright guys, let's get into the planners and let's see what we have here. So I will be giving you, as I said, a full leveling planner as well. We're gonna be talking about that in a little bit. Now, when it comes to new things that elevate this build a lot more than in the past, and you can take that even further into the end game. I mean, I already pushed over 800 corruption multiple times with this build, and it's very good for doing all content, dungeons, and bosses alike. We're not sure about Uber Aberoth, but Uber Aberoth is just an unknown right now. Now, first of all, we have the Mantle of the Pale Locks. Now, this is an incredible new unique that we are getting, super powerful. Percent of the damage redirected to your highest health minion, which means that we can get up to 24% basically damage reduction. It's gonna be going into our Scorpion. Now, this is not really a problem for this build, because every time you swipe, you fully heal your Scorpion, and we have recovery for our Scorpion through other means as well. So he shouldn't be dying anyway from this. We also get a good amount of health for us in our Scorpion. Movement speed, which is fantastic, strength, which scales our armor and our Scorpion damage as well, and minion levels for our Scorpion also. Now you want to get life and aspect of the Viper. Increased aspect of the Viper effect is something that you want on your body armor and on your helmet from early on. It's the first thing that you need to prioritize other than the health. And then you want to slam that on your units. Early on, you can go for Titan's Heart as well. Depends on which one you will find. Also, you don't need to go with a two-handed weapon if you go for the Mantle of the Pale Locks. I do still like Lethal Concentration a lot because it gives our minion, our Scorpion, poison damage leads which is fantastic, especially when more damage will be coming into our Scorpion as well. But also it has a fat minion damage, and we can add minion damage over time and increased mana and mana regen, because minion damage over time on your weapon is the most important part. You can use whatever weapon you want: spear, 200 axe, 200 sword, 100 axe, 100 sword. This is the beautiful thing about this build, that it doesn't care about weapon type early on. You find any exalted on the ground with tier 6 or tier 7 minion damage over time, and you're good to go. You can clear your Harmagers. The showcase that I had earlier, it was from one of the practice runs that we did. 10 out of 10 Harbase, level 90, and everything is good with pretty bad gear as well. Alright, Inheritance of the Erased is another new unique that we are getting. This is an amulet, and this is going to be amazing. Every 10 seconds a random minion is chosen. We only have one minion, receiving Frenzy, which is fantastic, and 200% of the stats of this item. Now, this is a lot of things here, because first of all, this is an Oracle amulet, so you want good implicit roll, because it's gonna be giving about 40 up to 40% less damage over time for your Scorpion as well, which is amazing. Damage over time is the first thing that can kill your minions, especially when you push high corruption, so this is gonna be really good defensive. Now, because this is a new item, there are a couple of unknowns, of course. I'm not sure if tier 7 minion damage is gonna be what you want. Maybe we need poison damage, maybe we need minion health. This is something that we need to experiment in the new season. Now, this one is dropping from the Woven Firstborns in cemeteries and in a specific Cenotaph of Worlds Woven Echo as well. So it is very targetable to farm. Also, it's a Weaver's Wheel item, so you will need to level up multiple of them, but we do get the rune of weaving, so that makes that process very easy. Now, dedication of an erased is just an amazing relic for the build. You get less damage over time from slowed enemies, and you also give your Scorpion on hit, so you need to hit with your swipes, which we always do. Aspect of the Spider. Aspect of the Spider gives him more damage and a 100% chance to slow on hit, so we take less damage over time from enemies whenever that happens. Let's talk about the other piece of the gear now. Turquoise rings are very nice, but also opal rings for the cooldown recovery rate. Cooldown recovery rate is very good. You get more swipes, you get more war cries, so it's just a very nice boost no matter what. But I like turquoise rings if I can get them. They're pretty hard to craft. Now, we have a lot of prefixes that boost this build. Healing effectiveness will get you more recovery. Attunement is very important. You want around 40 to 45 attunement on the build if you can get it, because it gives us mana efficiency for Eternal's Blessing, for Scorpion Nova, and for Warcry as well. So it's just a very good start that helps us our mana sustain. And healing effectiveness, as I said, recovery. You can also get minion damage. Strength is boosting our armor and minion damage as well. So there are a lot of different prefixes that you can mix and match on those rings. If you get a very strong turquoise ring, I do suggest that you craft it properly and then you use a rune of creation if you have it. That's a very good way of crafting those rings, especially if you have good implicits, because there are very high ranges on those implicits when it comes to the rolls. On the belt, I really like minion health here. It's a free prefix. Mana regen is very nice. You can get mana minion damage as well. Other than that, life and cooldown recovery. Same with our boots. Minion teleportation, experimental affix, as I said earlier, is the most important part. You want to aim for that early, because it's just an amazing quality of life. It's gonna make your build play so much better during Echoes. Eternal Gauntlet is pretty simple. Same here, you get your attributes, strength and attunement, or even minion damage as well. And other than that, life, maybe fortification as a second suffix if you need it. Now, your helmet, there are two options here. You can go for Ancestral Crown, or you can go for the Tusk Grey Helm. Both of them are very good options, If I can get an Ancestral Crown, personally, I like this one a little bit more because of the maximum endurance threshold from our health, and we're gonna have a lot more health in the next patch than we ever did on this build before. I went a little bit light here, as you can see, we don't have any tier 7 life and stuff like that, so this is already a lot more than we ever had. This was pretty much our maximum life in the end game earlier, and this is with pretty mediocre gear, right? We don't have any affixes here on dedication, etc, etc. So yeah, just life, maybe crit reduction if you want it, and other than that, aspect of the Viper, attunement, strength as prefixes. Idols are very good for the build. We have 2x2 adorns with healing effectiveness and aspect of the Viper, so we are boosting our recovery and survivability and our damage. And also with the new enchantments, we can get mana regeneration and flat mana and damage over time, which doesn't do anything for us, but we can cap our endurance from those. We already have a little bit of endurance. Now there is one really cool new thing here. For this build in particular, do aim to get a tier 7 haste after evade on one of your idols. This is gonna be absolutely amazing. Movement speed and haste is something that we cannot really fit in the build before. Now we can, and it's almost 4 seconds as well with a little bit of a haste effect. I love this new affix enchantment on the idols. Other than that, just mana, cap your endurance, and whatever else you want. Your small ones, just healing effectiveness and cover any resistances. Blessings, very simple. We get life or void resistance here if you need it. All resistances from Reign of Dragons, armor, and I'm getting mana on Ending of the Stones, but you also can get line resistance if you need it. So our blessings are also pretty damn flexible. Alright, let's get into the passives. We want to get attunement and strength and life. I also do like Corner Beast. That's an amazing buff right now after the change in 1.1. It's less damage taken when you are low health, and when it gets activated, it benefits you for 5 seconds. So it's really good. You get time to get more time to recover. From this, we are getting a little bit of flat armor and endurance, very important. You can even max this out if you want the endurance. The attributes here is one of the best things that we have in the Druid passive tree. And I also do like the minion poison damage, but this is not necessary. Those points here are flexible. You can do whatever you want with them. Now, Ursine Strength for the less damage taken from nearby enemies and strength. We are getting Aspect of the Boar, of course. Call of the Pack, as I said earlier, this is recovering you. There are two things that we are limiting our companion here, and we're getting more damage, and also more health and more companion damage here with one companion. Other than that, the chase, movement speed, our Scorpion is pretty fast with this as well. And attack speed is not a bad stat to have because he stacks more poison on single target mostly. I do like extra health here, it's not bad at all. The regen is not amazing, but it's not bad. The companion is gonna get a little bit of regen, but that's about it. I do like this very much because it also covers our poison resistance. Beastmaster is paying to cap your resistances. Porcine Constitution for better Aspect of the Boar, damage reduction of course, and Aspect of the Viper. This is where the most damage is coming. We are getting a lot of attack speed for our Scorpion as well, and the run length is what makes this giving us a whole bunch of penetration, and with the effect we boost that a lot higher. Now I do like a few points here. You might need even 4 points so that you basically put as many points on the primal aspects for the aspect duration, as many points as you need for your Aspect of the Boar and Aspect of the Viper to have 100% uptime, because they're both very important. Alright, let's check out the skills now. Now, for the Scorpion, we are getting the more multipliers here as per usual. We do have progression, and you grab the 3 points here and the damage per poison here. Grab the more multipliers here, and more multipliers for our Nova as well. The last points that you get, the extra points that you get, they are all going here. They basically, you leave the vulnerable Nova leaves a pool that gives you more poison. This increases a little bit your clear speed, man, mostly your single target. Swipe, you want to travel as fast as possible on Primal Resonance. You get your kill threshold and your mana here and a little bit of extra attack speed. I do like Stormclaw as well if I get an extra point from the erased relic here, because it just gives it a little bit extra area every 3 seconds, so you just hit enemies a little bit easier during your echoes. Just quality of life. Now, when it comes to Warcry, we do want to pull enemies into us so that our Novas are a little bit more effective. Get the cooldown here. Invulnerability, whenever you Warcry, you want to play with Warcry invulnerability as much as possible as well. It's fantastic once you get used to it. And we're getting heal, cleanse, heal for our Scorpion as well, and Scorpion Poison chance from it on top of it. Now I do like these points here on the frailty, because we don't have a lot of access to frailty on our build. So, and this is 10-second duration, so you're gonna be Warcrying every like 4 seconds, something like that, depending on your cooldown recovery rate, and you're gonna be stacking 2 to 3 frailty all the time. So very, very good. Now, when it comes to the Etera, you want to go here every time you are casting Etera's Blessing on your Scorpion. You reset the Venom Nova, and this is what gives us the rotation for a lot of damage. We also give him increased damage from Etera Nova, of course, from the buff, and Poison Chance. Other than that, we go and grab the cleanse here. Now, early on, you can grab the mana efficiency. Etera's Blessings a little bit expensive until you get your attunement. You can get a little bit of mana efficiency and not those points. I also skip the cleanses sometimes, and I'm just going Etera's Blessing with the efflorescence and regrowth, because it's just so good recovery for yourself and for your Scorpion as well. If you play with it and you learn how to properly use Etera's Blessing for your own recovery as well, your survivability is just amazing. You can also go for swift recovery here, so basically whenever your Scorpion is down, you can cast Etera's Blessing so that it is coming a little bit faster, but I don't find that very useful. It is up to you if you want to take it. When it comes to Fury Leap, we keep it very simple. We get the cooldown recovery rate, we get the immunity frames once again while we are leaping, while we are in the air. This is also very good to avoid some boss attacks. Minus mana cost, another pull here, and we are traveling down here. We're getting the restoration and another cleanse into our build. We also get Frenzy when we land for us and our minion, but once you get the new amulet, this is not it's not gonna be fantastic, because this is gonna have 100% uptime, which is gonna be incredible. All right, now let's get into the leveling portion as well. So very, very important. Your first, I'm going with Gathering Storm. I tested that. I'm gonna save you, but the most important part about leveling is second specialization. Once you unlock it, you put Swipe there and you just let it get EXP. You don't really use it until you unlock your Stormcrows, but you just let it get EXP because you need Primal Resonance on it, so it takes a few levels until you get there. Now, those 2 levels here is what makes this leveling processing being very good. Now let's get started with the Gathering Storm. We just grab the attack speed here and mana gain from Gathering Storm based on storm stacks as well. We get the line penetration and a couple of points on Friends of the Tempest. Again, I do have all of that in progression for you. And basically, early on, you just have your Wolf out, you put your Thorn Totems on your skill bar as well. I'm not using the Thorn Totems as damage, they do help with the clear, but they also tank a lot of things for us, so it's very good there. And you just Gather Storm, you have your Wolf, and you're a little bit of a melee. Now, this is only for the first few levels. Once you unlock your crows, which they need 15 levels to spend on the base primalist tree, Now this is when things start getting very good. The crows will give you the crow storm on your bar once you summon them, and this is doing a lot of damage. It's actually one of the best builds right now for end game as well, especially for bossing. Crowstorm is doing amazing damage. So we have progression here. So you go down here first, you grab this. This is more Crowstorm for per crow, which means that once you become a Beastmaster, you also get +1 companion. Now this is very important on the passives. You do not get this Arthur's loyalty while you have this setup and doing the campaign, right? This is only once you swap into Scorpion. Now there are two options. You can go into Scorpion at about level 36 and forgo the crows and swap into the Scorpion setup. But in my last practice run, I just finished the campaign with the Crowstorm. It was really amazing, especially if you have minion spell damage here and a little bit of minion health regen on your health and on your belt. I have some affixes here so that they can help you see what you want. Other than that, you just, life and resistances, anything else, you don't care about that. Attunement is the best thing whenever you're leveling with crows, and yeah, it's just very, very good. Basically what happens is that you go up to the enemies, you swipe with the primal resonance, and Crowstorm is dropping on them and one-shots them. Also very important, you don't care about where the crows are. This will happen anyway, and you have a manual cast on the Crowstorm on top of everything else. Now on bosses with this setup, you just right click your Gathering Storm because it gives you mana, because Crowstorm is pretty expensive, right? So Gathering Storm will be giving you mana, and then you just rotate between Crowstorm and swipe whatever is off cooldown. It's very, very good. You never run out of mana. In the past, when I was leveling with crows with a Beastmaster, our mana sustain was not very good because it takes a little bit to get here, right? We want a few points to travel into Primal Resonance, and then you need a few points to travel into the mana gain. So it's not amazing early on. But with the Gathering Storm and the Tempest of the Friends, so our crows also give us storm stacks, you can actually get into a very, very good spot with your mana gain, and you kill bosses pretty fast anyway. I hope this helps going through the campaign as well. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Do hope that you enjoy the Beastmaster Scorpion. Definitely one of my favorite builds. It was very close for me to Leaguestarter it once again because I absolutely love this build. It's just very, very comfy. The playstyle, you need to get used to it a little bit, but once you do, I have played like 12, 14, 16 hours straight with this build, and it's really, really good. I will catch you on the next one. Thank you very much, guys. Bye-bye.